Hey everybody, Julie Keys here, certified exit planning advisor and also a business consultant value advisor to many business owners over the years. I've been a SEPA since 2015. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm sure that you heard about this program from either colleagues of yours who've taken it sometime over the last 10 years, or just through LinkedIn and some of the promotions that we're doing on this program. I'm recording this today for the benefit of the advisors who said they wanted to attend but weren't able to. And I know there are several of you out there because there's been a lot of engagement back and forth on this program through LinkedIn and through email. So I'm recording this on a Monday afternoon. I thought it might be a good time to get people engaged virtually in a room, but not so much. So we're just going to go with this. I'm going to send the recording out, like I said. And if you are interested in joining me for this program, I would love to have you do so. So this is a program that I call the Advisor Program for SEPAs. I know that sounds really super simple, but it's meant for advisors. It's not meant for business owners. It's also meant for SEPAs, primarily SEPAs who either have just recently acquired their SEPA designation, or they've acquired their SEPA designation some time ago, but really haven't done anything with it. And so for the benefit of both of the people like that in the room, we are going to just kind of start from the beginning and just give you an idea of what this is all about and why in the first place, why are we even doing it? Well, the reason why we're doing it is because there are so many SEPAs out there who have acquired the credential but aren't really sure how to go about integrating it into their current practice. And the purpose of this particular course is to help you figure out uh, what it is that you're actually going to do in terms of service delivery. Like, what services are you going to deliver? How are you going to charge for it? What's the framework look like? How do you assemble that rock star team of advisors? We're going to go into more of that in just a minute. But the premise behind all of this is the fact that you just don't have a process, right? And if you don't have a process, then you're going to lose opportunities and your clients are going to miss out, and then you're going to miss out on revenue. And we don't want that to happen. So let's just take a deeper look into what the sessions are going to be about. This is a 6-session program, and we're going to be starting soon in a month on September 4th. So we'll be running this on Thursdays from 9 until 10:30 in the morning, twice in September, twice in October, and twice in November. So like I said, 6 sessions, and here's the basics of the content that we're going to be delivering. For those of you who are listening and not looking at this on your screen, I'm just going to run through this verbally for you so that you know what we're talking about. We're going to take a look at the exit planning process from a more refined angle and figure out how you can actually use that as a feeder to your primary practice, whatever your primary practice is. Many of you are financial advisors, but not all. In fact, the group that I'm running right now and the group prior to that, I had plenty of people in other disciplines. I had M&A dealers or deal makers. I had people that were value advisors, many of them, even an HR consultant, and a leadership development coach. And so different aspects of, the people around the table. And so we talk about that in this particular course. Now, I know that a lot of this content that you're seeing on the screen right now is stuff that you maybe heard about in the SEPA program. They hit on it a little bit, but honestly, most of that program is tactical. So if you remember, if it hasn't been that long for you, then you do remember. But if it has been a while, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, what was that again? It was practical experience or practical tactics for you to become a technician, to become a practitioner, but not like on the business, if that makes sense. So, in the business coaching world, we talk about in the business versus on the business. Well, the SEPA program is in the business, like the business of exit planning. In this program, in the advisor program, am talking about on the business. How do we take the exit planning certification work that we just completed or have completed in the past and integrate that as a primary revenue generator, as a lead generator for the practice that we are successful at. And I think a lot of advisors don't realize it, but you're kind of starting over. And I think that there's a kind of a misunderstanding that, once you've achieved your SEPA certification, well, you're certified, so now you're going to have all kinds of business flooding in the door, and that's really not the case. You have to have a strategy. You got to figure out how you're going to go about doing it. You got to know how to assemble that rockstar team. We want to make sure that we've got a clear understanding of what our offerings are, how we're going to charge for them, so that we don't get out of scope, right? So those are all parts of the different sessions that we're going to deliver in this program. So we start with planning, our own planning, okay? If we understand strategic planning as advisors, then it's going to be way easier for us to work with our clients, not necessarily doing that work, but encouraging them to have good planning, not just exit planning, not just financial planning, but good strategic planning. So an overall growth strategy for the business. It will help them position it so much better when the time actually comes for them to transition out. And we as trusted advisors, we as quarterbacks, which we're also going to talk about, have to help them figure out what that might look like be the leader, make the connections. Like it says here, build your dream team. Who do you want on your rockstar team? Who are those people? How do you work with advisors that are already on the scene? We talk about that a lot. That happens almost every time, right? In a perfect world, we get to assemble the whole team and we get to bring in all of our favorites. But in the real world, that almost never happens. I mean, usually in every team, I get to assemble at least one or two advisors on the team that I can bring in for a client, and the other ones are already in place. That'll be probably the same case for you. But you still want to know who you're going to go to, even if they're not all on the same teams that are going to be your primary people. And how do we figure that out? How do we choose that? How do we build a good referral-based network in exit planning? Not the same as you're accustomed to. Like you probably got other advisors from different disciplines that you refer clients to and vice versa, but not all of them are going to be learned in exit planning. So you're going to have to find new experts in many cases that you weren't expecting to do, because I had to do that. And that was kind of a surprise to me. Becoming a thought leader, boy, why not? Okay. You might be saying to yourself, well, there's so many people now that are certified exit planners, like there's SEPAs, thousands of them, right? Here's my answer to that. The vast majority of them are not doing anything with it. Why? Because they didn't realize that it was going to be this kind of groundbreaking work. They didn't realize that it was going to take so much time away from their primary. And what I'm trying to do here for you is to shorten the learning curve and not take you away from your primary, help you hit the ground running faster. So if that's of interest to you to become a thought leader, I will teach you how to go about doing that, because I have, for the most part, positioned myself that way. I am on the Thought Leadership Council for the Exit Planning Institute and a faculty member and a teacher of their academy. I do a lot of speaking on this topic, both to advisors and business owner groups all over the country. So you're going to get everything I know in this program, along with some coaching for not very much money. And I also want you to be able to identify your deliverables. Like I said before, what are your services? What are you going to charge for them? And then a framework for service delivery. How do you put it all together? That's what you're going to get in 6 sessions. So they're 90 minutes each. Like I said, we're going to meet the Thursday mornings, 9 to 10:30 Central AM. We're going to, I'm going to get you a QR code in a second here. But like I said, 6 sessions. And so if you can't make one, they will all be recorded. So you'll get a copy of the recording. And these programs are approved by EPI for CE certification. So all of us as SEPAs have to, acquire those CE credits, and this program is approved for that. So put that, down in your notes as you're thinking about whether you want to do this or not. Like I said, if you're going to miss a session, you'll get a recording. And I guess, the only other thing is just, if you're really serious about exit planning, then why would you not do this? It wouldn't make any sense if I were a brand new SEPA And I had an offer like this from someone who was like, one of EPI's thought leaders. There's only 6 of us. Um, why would I not want to learn and shorten that, right? Because the ROI is going to be so quick. So let's just take a look at what some of the folks that have taken this program in the past have said. Stacy says, I'm not going to read the whole testimonial here because you can see it on the screen if you're looking at it from your computer. She just said that my program has played a pivotal role in guiding her through the effective utilization of SEPA within her business. She lacked a roadmap and she needed a roadmap. And she is a very successful certified exit planning advisor as well as CFP. Like she's one of the top people in her company. And I was thrilled to have her in the program. Jeremy says, he's also a financial advisor, that I helped him to understand his role in the value acceleration methodology. He, as a financial advisor, is not conducting the value acceleration methodology, but he is quarterback of his exit planning team for his clients. And what it did is it helped him to develop appropriate conversations with business owners and a practice roadmap, which is what Stacy said. So if you're looking for that, that's what you're going to get out of this class. And then lastly, Mike says that it really helped him to enhance his knowledge and skills in exit planning because he had been working with business owners prior to and had some exit planning experience as a SEPA. But what he really needed help with was the conversations, asking questions, especially with his family-owned businesses. And so we would talk about that as well. Here is the QR code. And if you're just listening and not looking at the screen, you're just going to go to my website and you'll find it under advisor programs. It's Key Strategies. So it's KEYE and then the word strategies.com. KEYE, the word strategies.com. Go to my website. You'll find the program there to register. And I hope that you join us. It would be awesome if you did. And I don't know when my next program will be. So if you can't make it to the September program, stay tuned. We'll let you know when the next one is, but it likely isn't going to be until well after the 1st of 2026, because I've got another advisor cohort starting in January. I'm running an advisor program right now and a monthly cohort for advisors. So I might as well just tell you right now, the cohort is actually like a next step. So you get done with the advisor program at 6 sessions. Then you can jump into a monthly cohort where we actually go a little bit deeper and we focus on case studies. I bring in speakers every month that, for 15 minutes, they talk about one specific aspect of exit planning, like private equity or family business or M&A transactions, buy-sell agreements, things like that. And so it's been great. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not short on demand for this. So if you are interested, please do sign up. And you also can drop me a note from my website if you have questions or you want more information. I can send you more information. I can send you a flyer on it or whatever. But would love to have you. So thanks for joining and we'll see you soon.